And welcome back to YouPort. I don't completely remember what was happening at the end of the last episode. Obviously, there's an emergency that's waiting for an air ambulance, which is due to arrive pretty soon. So that looks like it's taken care of. Let's just remind myself. Yes, we do have an emergency response unit. It does have... Aha. We need to purchase a... I think it's under this. No, to be emergency. We need to purchase an ambulance. So let's get two of them while we're at it. And I think, that aside, we've got our small terminal working much better now. So I'm going to keep an eye on that this episode and possibly do some more tweaking, but I want to get back to working on this section down here because I'm not happy with how this is working at all. So there's going to be some redesigning, but before we get to that, let's just keep an eye on this for a minute and see that our queues are functioning and people are getting through it in a timely fashion. Because one of the things I'm concerned about is we've only got 10 medium-sized check-in desks for 12 stands. I think it's 12. There were 10 of these, I switched one off. Yeah, something like that. 11 or 12. So it's not quite a one-to-one, and I don't know if the automatic check-ins necessarily count the same way, but we'll just keep an eye on it. And I don't think there's going to be a problem. Looks like people are getting through fairly quickly. Security's coping, the queues aren't backing up too much. Although that said, what flights do we have right now? So really it's this period where there's going to be a problem, if there's going to be a problem, or better yet, that period there. When we've got two medium flights coming in, hold on a moment, I'm getting my stands mixed up. Terminal 1, right, so probably that period's the worst chance of there being a backup in the queues, but I think we're going to be fine. It is only two medium stands after all, it's not a huge problem. The other thing I started on just between episodes is building a little store down here for our passengers, so let's just chuck a few things in there quickly. They will obviously need a desk and various shelving. And in fact, let's find out what they do need. So I don't expect this to be a hugely successful store. There aren't any 2 stars available. I think we'll just go with the 1 star that only needs 1 shelf. That amuses me. No, let's try a 3 star. What do we got here? 7 shelves, 1 desk, and we've got... No, I don't meet the requirements for size, so it has to be the 1 star room. That's fine. It's a pity that we don't have any 2s as options right now, and that reminds me, if I go to economy and fleet contracts, yeah, you can't see the shops in here, so you can't reject the franchises that you don't want, which is a bit of a pain, because I think if you could, you might be able to get different star ratings available. Anyway, shelving is easy to obtain. Let's just grab some of these. It only needs the 1, so I'm just going to put in a couple like that, and some wall mounted ones like so. And that will also make us a little bit more money. So I'm a bit concerned with how low some of my income appears to be at times. Yeah, see when it flips like that? Let's look at the daily rate, it's always the better option. 108,000 per day or thereabouts. That's not bad, considering it's still a fairly small airport, but with this many medium stands, I'd be hoping to make more than that. And I guess that's where adding stores and things in here is important. So, as I said, trying to keep half an eye on this. Looks like that's coping. I'm actually going to slow the game down again now and expand this area. As for how I'm going to expand it, well, that's a bit of a tricky thing, because I would like... Well, maybe I can put it on that side. There's an idea. Okay. You can't just move them, unfortunately, so let's build a new one. We'll put it on this side of the road to keep it out of the way of the terminal building itself. And obviously it's not a good idea to bulldoze this one until we've moved all the vehicles across, so we'll just wait for that to happen. In the meantime, I'm thinking along the lines of having terminal covering this entire section. So that there's plenty of room for them to queue up at these boarding gates, and I think that will make a significant difference. So at the moment I'm pretty sure the passengers are just getting in each other's way, and that's causing... Whoa, let's try that again. It's causing the problems with people not getting on the buses quickly enough. Now, I'm going to relocate these, what are they called? Service car stops as well. And to do that, I really need to relocate the road. Or, I don't strictly need to relocate the road. Here's what we can do. We can build, where is it? That one, service car stop. We could build that around here. Yes, I think that's a good spot. 3, 4. Now let's just remind me, I had 4 because each of them was doing a pair. Yeah, that's fine. And build a road around it like so, and put in some crosswalk, because then all we need is a single door about there for our rampages to get across, as long as we remember to make it secure, which I nearly forgot. So if we then construct all of that, it's going to be terminal there. I'm hoping I don't actually need to move the road up. This should be enough space, I think, but even if it's not, it's a lot better than what we've got right now, so... okay. If I look at this... This is a warning I was really hoping to avoid. And I'm pretty sure what it's trying to tell me is that I need to cover that, sorry, like so, and like so. In fact, let's not cover the wall, let's just cover that, and that may have solved the problem. It might have been this loo that needed cleaning. The trouble with having a section of terminal foundation not covered by terminal marking is that occasionally people will drop rubbish there or things like that, and because your janitors are all assigned to one terminal or the other, the game will warn you that there's no one able to take that job. The same problem could happen here, so let's fix that while we're looking. I don't think we need to have terminal marking on open ground, so we'll clear out some of that as well. The other thing to be really conscious of, and I think I may have mentioned this in the last episode, is you can't have terminal marking be different on one floor to another. So you can't make ground floor terminal 1 while up the second floor is terminal 2, for example. No, we're still getting this warning. Okay. Aha. Ah, see, that's that's why we had this marked. Okay. So that does have to be marked. And I'm really tempted to just expand the terminal there so that I don't keep removing and re-adding the zoning. Okay. How's this going? Is this built? No. Alright, let's speed up. Also, I don't like the way... Thank you, autosave. I don't like the way that that looks without having concrete underneath that, so let's just put that in there. And any century now they'll finish building that last bit of road. Come on, guys. Did I not draw it in properly? Is that what's going on? No. Thank you. Right. Slow down and relocate all these guys. Cool. This is empty. It can be switched off and deleted. And we better make sure that... Yep. All the vehicles are gone before we get rid of that. It would be sensible to actually expand this out here as well. Like so. So let's get rid of all of that wall and that wall to there. Right, and I want this to be one way, so let's make this be in, out, and flip these all around. When I can. Also, let's limit the traffic to just the right vehicle. And again, one tiny square of road not constructed. Thanks, guys. Okay. That many passenger service agent jobs not claimed is a worrying sign. What's going on there? Why do you need so many? Okay, let's just get some more of them while we're at it. These ones, or, you know, let's get rid of a lot of really terrible candidates. It's a shame you can't set HR to automatically reject people under a certain rating. That would be a very nice feature. Okay, let's try that again. I would like to hire... Really, there's only 3. Okay. Right, has that been built yet? Yay, okay. So we need to do it this way, don't we? Reconnect. Probably can't do it while there's a plane there. Yep. Oh, it has to be deactivated. Oh, this is going to be tricky. Okay. That might become something I take care of between episodes, because I'm going to have to switch off and cancel flights and all sorts of nonsense. That's going to be an absolute pain. But this section at least we can do, so let's focus on that. Get rid of all of this wall. And construct it, please. Large gate seating 57 broke down. Well, that's interesting. I do have automatic repairs on, don't I? No! That'll help! Please repair that. Alright, even if we can't move these, we can make some more room for seating, so let's just get that underway. And this time I will remember to actually make everything secure. First time for everything, right? Ooh. Excuse me, my phone is ringing. Right, so before I got interrupted by my phone, there was an emergency due to a weather warning, and the fact that I saved and then quit and came back the next day seems to have confused the game somewhat. I've apparently had this running for 67 days, but yeah, year 6 times 12, that doesn't add up. I really don't know where it's got this duration from. Let's not worry about that too much. The plane is not in my airport currently, and it's not showing up in my flight planner. I can't assign it to a stand or anything of that nature. So all I can really do is make sure I've got the vehicles necessary and hope. So let's get a fire truck and a police car. And yeah, they'll turn up at some point, and hopefully that plane will turn up at some point and get taken care of. So just before that, I was constructing this, and that looks like it's going to take its time. So while we're waiting, let's just reject a few more dud candidates, shall we? Cool. Yep, there we go. I do notice they seem to arrive in threes. I'm not sure if that's really a thing or if it's just observational bias. Let's see if we can get this flooring to match. Is it that one? Haha! First try. Cool. And now we can start moving these around. Although I think I'll move the small seats first. Missed. No, you can't sit there. I'm going to move that chair. That was amusing. I see them stand up, move to the next chair. I move that one. They stand up, move to the next chair. No, sir, you can't sit there. We're about to move that. Alright. There. I might shuffle these around a few times before I'm completely happy with them, but for now let's just get the bulk of them over there. That should be enough. And we can shift a few more up here as well. Cool. And then likewise down the bottom. In fact, there's an easier way of doing this. It's not as fast in game terms, but it's faster for me doing the clicking. So let's just put all of those in like so. And then we can get rid of these ones. The other thing that's missing from this area entirely is bins, so I'll chuck those in their gaps for now and rearrange to taste later. Missed. Missed again. Close enough. Okay. That will hopefully solve our queuing problems. But as we can't actually build queues for boarding gates, we'll just have to suck it and see. I think a large part of what was happening is passengers were simply getting in each other's way. So by having more room, hopefully we've resolved that issue. I'm very tempted to move these bathrooms as well. If I... where did I see it? While I was reviewing the first half of this video, I noticed that every now and then a passenger would come through here, run onto the conveyor belt, get confused, and then find their way out. So let's just mark that entire section as staff only to stop that from happening. Same on this side. Yeah, so I was about just saying the bathrooms I'm really tempted to relocate because, as you saw earlier, that's causing me to have markings of terminal zone outside there, and I'm pretty sure I've removed it and re-added it multiple times in this series already, so I'd like to avoid that being a long-term problem. But I'm not sure where I would put the bathrooms if I did move them, so for now they can stay where they are. Yeah, seating, right, this, let's watch this. Yes, there's a conglomeration of people, but I'm not seeing any red flags popping up saying they can't get to the gate. That is an improvement. That's what I wanted to see. So I think that may help with the speed of them getting onto the bus, and therefore, excuse me, it may help with the speed of them getting onto the bus, and therefore get the buses to the plane on time and get the flights off on time. We'll see. Let's also extend our hedges a bit. Not too far, just there, I think. Just to give a little bit more definition between each of the gates. It's a bit harder to do it on this side. I will just extend it to there. And yeah, I really want to solve this problem. Now I noticed also, right, so 8, 9 and 10 don't have any flights on them. So let's pop up here, switch off, switch off, switch off. You are currently connected to, yes, that one, that's what I thought. Clear and connect to there, thank you. Can I just reconnect? Yes, okay, good. Whereas you are connected to the second one along, yep. It should mean I can now switch these back on, pop into Flight Manager, make them automatic, and switch off 3 more. If I keep doing it that way, I won't impact my airline popularity so much. Rather than just coming in here and cancelling everything, I will do it sort of strategically. And yeah, like, it's a long period. I'm probably going to end up rescheduling some of the flights to different stands, but like particularly that one, gosh. But for now, let's just let it run. Cool. Also, I think I worked out, I was querying why suddenly this terminal needed extra passenger service agents, and the answer is that these are all set to needing 2 people now instead of 1. So I'm going to drop them down to 1 again and see if they cope when the medium flights come through. Might be easier if I work right to left. Cool. So when's our next medium flight at there? 4 o'clock. So if we wait a little bit, and in the meantime we can think about what we're going to do with this space. How's this franchise doing? Meeting its goals but not exceeding by huge margins. Because it's already mid-afternoon. They'll close at... oh no, they close at midnight. So they'll be exceeding it a fair bit, and that's a 2-star. So it's possible that we might be able to turn that into a 3-star at some point and not have it fail. At which point potentially the 2-star could be relocated to somewhere else. That's already a 2. This, as we said, is a 1, which is absolutely smashing through its sales. If I were to relocate that bathroom, we could make this a bigger series, a bigger floor space, and thereby turn it into a 3-star franchise. That seems like a sensible plan. Might also be sensible to add some more seating around here now that we've got the room for it. In fact, these bathrooms, are they a bit too small for the number of passengers now? I think they might be. Let's map it out. If there were a bathroom... hang on. How big is this? 3 by 8? 3 by 8 is pretty small. If I make it... like I can make it long and thin. Or I can make it wider, but then you have to think about there are certain widths that work neatly and certain widths don't. I think we need to see how busy they are to work out how big they need to be. So I'll keep an eye on that for a minute while we run out of time to the end of the episode. So I'm fairly certain between what I recorded before and what I'm recording now, that's your half-hour lot. So I might keep an eye on this between episodes and mark out where I think the bathrooms will go for the next one. They do seem to be coping. Who knows? Tune in next time to find out if we're replacing these bathrooms or not. Till then, bye bye.